Hello, everyone. Welcome to an unscripted and unscheduled live. If you are hoping to tune in into the Preppers Fireside, I'm sorry that has been delayed. Unforeseen circumstances. So instead, you've got me, complete with hangover and everything like that. So Scottish is already in the comments I see there. Let me know if you can hear me okay before we get started on the Q&As and the prizes. I do look 40, yes, I'm afraid so. Let me know if you can hear me okay, people who are here. Awesome, loud and clear. So don't expect loads of people in because this wasn't scheduled, obviously. So thank you, Trade Prepper. It's much appreciated. But I'm going to do it anyway, and then this video will get uploaded after so people can see the answers and stuff. We've got multiple prizes to give away. From small to large, there's 4 prizes altogether for the 2,000 subscribers. I'm doing this a month after I got 2,000 subscribers, and now we're nearly at 3,000. It's absolutely crazy, but I appreciate the support. So format wise, we'll do a couple of the Q&A questions, then I'll draw one of the prizes, couple more questions, prize, couple more questions, and the main big prize, which I will tell you is the huge survival box that I did a review video on. That will be the last thing drawn, and it's all done automatically, so there's no favorites here. There is no inflatable sheep on offer. Sorry, wrong channel. We'll jump straight in from your questions. If you've got any extra questions while we're talking, feel free to put them in the comments. While I'm going through the questions we've already got, I can't see your comments, but I will catch back up. Okay, so we'll start with this one, which is, in your opinion, what is the most important single piece of kit other than food, water, and a blade for a bug out bag? That's from Barry J. Page. Now, I'm just going to answer these on the fly. I've not pre-selected anything. For me, eliminating the food, water, and blade, and I assume by water you mean a way of filtering it as well, I would say the next thing is some sort of fire. So a lighter, waterproof matches, a ferrous rod, some sort of tinder. Any way you can create warmth and start a fire would be my next priority on that list. So yeah, that's that one. Very simple, that one. Next, is it really necessary to store food that will keep for 25 years? That's from Bob67. Well, it's personal preference, Bob. I've got some, obviously, which you can see over my shoulder there, the Ready Wise. That's what they sent me. Cans will last about the same sort of time. They'll lose nutritional value over time. I think even if it lasts 25 years, the point of that is if the SHTF doesn't happen for 20 years, you've still got that supply. So don't think of it as 25 years where it's got to sit there through it hits the fan so you can eat it for a whole 25 years. Think of it more so it's something you can put away and forget about it, and you're covered for the next 10, 15, 20 years before you've got to think about circulating that stock out. Personal choice, that one. Necessary, definitely not. Is it a good to have? Yes, I think it's a nice addition to your normal canned food and stuff like that. And to be fair, some of them Ready Wise menus, especially the stroganoff, was really nice. So thank you for your question, Bob67. One more, then we'll draw a prize. How useful is a 24-hour clock to the average prepper? That's a really random question. That's David Williamson, 3511. I don't know to the average prepper, but to everyone, I think it's the best form. 24-hour clock it's just about precise information quickly, right? You're over a ham radio, meet at 11 in the morning, 11 in the evening. It's just using the 24-hour clock is just more clear, concise, it's more accurate, and it's fast information, quick. So I think it's useful for everyone. Everyone should know 24-hour clock. Let's have a look in the chat. Elusive Dartmoor. out on the moors camping. Just seen your live. Can't stay as need battery for videos. I'll watch for a bit. Oh, nice. It'd be good to see them videos afterwards. Dartmoor. Elusive Dartmoor's got a channel. He's just starting. So make sure you go and check him out after this. So we'll draw the first prize. Why not? This is the this is probably the smallest, one of the smaller ones. This first one is just a little first aid kit. It's not some sort of default one. I'm gonna pack it. It's already got some stuff in there, but next to nothing. I'm literally gonna pack this till you can hardly get the zip closed, full of first aid items for you, and that's the first prize there. This is already set up to the video that you were supposed to comment on. It's already searched for the hashtag UK Prepper, not UK Urban Prepper, not UK Space Prepper. It was very specific instructions. So we will pick the winner for this one. It's very quick. There's no sort of drama. Anthony Parkinson. He's a regular to the channel. You have won the first aid kit. Anthony Parkinson. I've just got to make a note of... I don't have to make a note. I'll just watch the video back afterwards. You've won the first aid kit. So there you go. Get in touch with the channel. The email is always on the description. So it's ukurbanprepper@gmail.com. And we'll get that sent out to you. So that's the first prize gone. Cheers, Elusive Dartmoor. See you later. Right. Next questions. Where are we up to? Ooh, what is the best MRE ration? Says Angela Jones 9824. I've not had them all, and I honestly am not the man to ask. Ration Nerd would be the guy to ask. I had him on the podcast a while ago. From what I've had, so far, the British has actually been the best, but I've only had British and American and what was the other one? Can't remember the other one. I think it was a German ration. But anyway, yeah, so far for me, it's been the British, but I'm definitely not the person to ask that one. What is the best all-round knife for a bug out bag? That's Anthony Parkinson. That's our winner. His question was, what's the best all-round knife for a bug out bag? Difficult one. For me, it's always just been like a fixed blade, like Mora style knife. Scottish Prepper 73 just did a review on a similar knife, not a Mora one, but something like that. With a rubberized grip, something like that would be the best one for me because it's all purpose. It's not self-defense. It's not just doing this. It's literally an all-purpose knife, durable. You don't have to worry about it. It's not got any sort of moving parts that you've got to worry about breaking. So something like that is probably the best thing for that situation. Next one. This looks weird. Boats/ships have those emergency life rafts which have a stash of supplies for survival. Have you thought these of a SHTF Teotihuacan are as part of a 72-hour pack? Definitely. I mean, you get your resources wherever you can. It might be something that might be a good thing to look for if you're out there and you're beyond your own supplies. But it's not something I've seen, but I will have a look into them. That might be a cool one to do for a video to see what they give you on board them. We'll do one more and then draw the next prize. Grid down. Oh, I remember this. I did see this thing. It was a very long. I've kind of cut this down a bit, but grid down, sewage pumping and processing stations, obviously offline. Heard you can get inflatable balls to block your own drainage to stop sewage backup happening in your property. It's not a question, but yes, I've heard this same thing. It was actually the Everyday Prepper Steve who spoke to me about this. But there's also home ways of doing that and blocking that off yourself. So yeah, not a question, but cheers for the input. Archas says Is a Swiss Army style knife worth carrying? If not, what would you put in its place? I've caused myself more injuries with a Swiss Army knife than actually it's become useful. Genuinely. It's just like fiddly half the time and you can't get them out, or they get stiff. If they get wet, they get locked up. Personally, I would throw that out. I'd have something like a Leatherman multi-tool. They're just a lot better quality-wise. So yeah, that would be my suggestion. That's what would go in its place. I'm not a fan of the Swiss Army knife style ones. And who needs the little cocktail stick and tweezers at the end? It's just pointless. Okay, let's draw another prize. Is an itty bitty one, this one, but it's a good quality one. This is for a brand new, decent size ferrous rod with striker by Flintronic. Okay, another little prize there. And who's having that one? Chaz 1023, the guy that just asked the Swiss Army knife question. So there you go. Chaz, you've won yourself a ferrous rod. Email us over and we'll get that sent out to you. How's everyone doing in the chat? Jeff, good evening all. Ready Prepper One, hello. Start freeze drying your foods, guys. Half fill 2 litre bottle of Pepsi, gaffer tape, and stick it on. There you go. There's a way to block the toilets without going out paying for some gimmicky thing. Thank you for that, Scottish. Let's pull a couple more questions up then. I should delete these as I go. Here's a good one. In your opinion, what are the top 5 most likely scenarios which we should be prepping for? Now, this is an interesting one because I'm not going to give you 5 disaster scenarios. The most likely is the key words here. Most likely is a loss to your income. Okay, so you should be prepping for that. Financially prepping, food and physically prepping. If you lost your income, you didn't have access to your money or access to your income for any reason, you can still feed and heat and things like that. So that would be number 1. Number 2 for me would be any sort of power out. That is whether it's a day, a few hours, a few days, a couple of weeks, an entire grid down. Power going out would have been a second one. Number 3 would be prep for not having your preps. So basically, if you were separated from your house, if you were separated from your stash or wherever your preps were, then prep for that. So how would you survive without all that luxuries, as it were? It's difficult to come up with 5, you know. 4 would be for any environmental things that could affect you directly. So if you're a place that gets heavy rain, if you're a place that gets storms, flooding, floodplains. So that would be one to mainly prep for there. And then 5th is just a personal one for me, would be for that same sort of situations I've just said with the grid down, but for the social disorder that would come with that. So complete social collapse. That would be my 5 anyway. But prep for the things that are most likely to affect you, because what might affect me might not affect you. Okay, there's no point me prepping for a flood. I'm not anywhere that could be possibly flooded, you know. So there you go. Hope that one helped. That was a good question from Steve Zodiac Steve there. With everything going on in Ukraine and Gaza, what do you think the UK government might do to support or do against the issues that force our preps to be used? Savage Wolfie. Might do to support or go against the issues that may force our preps to be used. So I think, obviously, we've just had this whole national service thing. And we think that could eventually lead on to something like conscription. So there's issues there. Regarding using our preps, I think with any conflict like this, the more it grows, I mean, we've seen supply chain issues on certain products already, but the more it grows, the more things like the Baltic states get under threat, the less we're going to start getting imported. Yeah, so we're talking fuel supplies, and we're talking food on your plates, things on supermarket shelves. So the supply chain issues is what's going to force us to end up using our preps, or what we need to out of that. So yeah, it's not the direct effect of conflict, but it's the knock-on effect of conflict spreading across Europe. Okay, good question. Thank you very much. Let's go for our third prize before the final one. You've not won that. You've already won one. I must say, when you do win one, it takes you off the list. So you only get one per. Someone can't win all four, I'm afraid. This one, I recently picked up. It's a survival kit. You know what? I'm going to pull the screen off just so I could show you this. It is a little mini survival kit. Good thing to have in the car or something like that. It comes with the survival blankets. They work, trust me. Somebody who's had the legs snapped in 6 places and lay on a football field for 2 hours waiting for an ambulance at night, they work. Inside is this little tin, SOS tin. Inside that is a little whistle, torch thing. There's a mini Ferrocium rod in there, a saw, some string. I wouldn't even call it rope. Yeah, but just a very miniature survival kit. One of those little pulley saws. So there you go. All that comes in there, and it's got a little survival guide booklet in there as well, so you know how to use everything. Nice little addition for somebody's car, if not your own. And we will pick a winner. Let's check the comments first. What are you all saying? Thanks for a look at those. Joined a bit late, so I'm catching up. Anthony, you've already won a prize. You've already won a prize. You need to catch up. Plenty of water storage tools, skills, powerful meds. I have a little tin like that full of roll-ups for emergencies. There you go. So that's what the tin could be used for as well. Let's pick the winner of this survival kit. Bob, 67. He's the guy that asked us the question about the 25-year food supply. Bob, 67. You've got yourself a little survival kit. Chuck me an email at ukurbanprepper@gmail.com and we'll get that sent out to you. Couple more questions and then we'll do the main prize. Hi, everyone. Just got here. Excellent. You're a bit late, but keep going. Any questions you have, get them in the comments now, because I've only got a couple of the predefined ones left if you want to ask anything. This next question is, do you think the government would confiscate people's supplies in an SHTF situation? Finley Winston 4955. I believe I did a video and I touched on this a bit. I get that's come from like a lot of these American preppers who have said that FEMA have now got the rights to do that. Now, you've got to think of the logistics of that. You've got to think of how logical that is. If it got to the situation where they need your stuff in your garage, it is truly hit the fan. Yeah, we are beyond. It is Teotihuacan at that stage. Next question is, they've got the manpower to go out and do that. There's obviously going to be a fight. You've got to think about the people you're going to take supplies off. They're going to be equipped to defend themselves. It's just not a realistic scenario. No, I think you will go through your own supplies and finish even if it's a 2-year supply of food, you'll have gone through that before somebody's knocking on your door to take it. I wouldn't worry about the government. I'd worry about other people. So yeah, there is a more in-depth video on the channel. So you can go and find that for any more details. Thank you, Finley. Smucker, what's the 10 best tips for new preppers? I did a video on this. I'm not going to go through them all on this one, sorry. But I did do a video to answer Smuckers, so make sure you go and check that one out on the channel. that's it from the predefined questions from the video. Didn't get a notification from YouTube. Yes, YouTube does not like us if you are a prepper in any way, shape, or form. It tries to hide us away. So, yes, you've got to be vigilant to see if when we're online. We will draw the last prize then. It's only been a 21-minute video. Also pay in cash and don't tell anyone what you have stored. They can take what they don't know about. Yes, it is. It's all about OPSEC to a degree. Obviously, someone like me who's online advertising the fact, I've got a lot more to think about when it comes to that. But yeah, my immediate neighbors, don't just walk in with 10,000 MREs stocking up your supplies. Do it in bits and bats. Be sensible. I'm not sure if that's a legit question, but how much are you willing to bet that there is a lab somewhere working on a zombie virus? Probably not a zombie virus, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're working on something to stave off death, which could have the similar sort of side effects. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Hello, Stuart. Thanks for joining. We're going to draw the last prize now. This is the big one. This is a £40 survival tub. Now, I will tell you, with this one, it comes with a knife. There is a knife inside. So I will need age verification for whoever wins this. Just email me over a quick snapshot of a piece of ID or something. It'll be destroyed and deleted straight away, but just so we can verify your age before we send knives out to random people. So let's draw this last one. There is 12 relevant comments that qualify, that follow the instructions left after we've took away the winners for the last 3. Hi, Tell. Here we go. Laresh. It was the guy that asked about the ship, the boats and ships emergency life rafts. Laresh, you have won yourself this 27-piece survival kit. Whoop, it's in the middle of the screen there. There we go. That one there. Chuck me an email, and we will get that sorted for you. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for... I'll pop... There we go. There's the email. All our prize winners. So we had 4 prize winners. We had the Ferrocium Rod, the survival kit, the first aid kit, and the full emergency survival kit that we did the review on. There we go. 4 prizes. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers. Everything that comes into this channel, all the donations, everything like that, will all go back out to yourselves. Hence the giveaways, stuff like that. So thank you for your support so far. It's been absolutely amazing. Don't forget to check out our new show, which should be every week or every other week. It'll be shown on Sundays, and it's the Preppers Fireside. There's lots of good information coming on that. Thank you for the people in the comments. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. The winners, I will tag you in this video and in the video that you entered on and pin that. Chuck me an email and we will sort out shipping. Thanks for watching, guys. See you all again. Bye. Says bye and he's not ready to end it. There we go. Technical issues. This is old age. Try again. Bye.